Hello and welcome to another collector's table. Today we'll be running through these three watches, three of my personal favourite picks from this week's drop at subdial.co. First up, we have the Patek Philippe 5522A, vintage-inspired, oversized pilot's watch, released for New York only, and you compare it to other modern steel Pateks. There are very few that are not in the sports lines. At the top of my mind, I'm thinking of the 6007, another limited edition, and also the 5212, the weekly calendar. This is a boutique edition, and what that means is that they made 600 of these for the New York boutique only. And this isn't just a redial, this is a completely new case, movement, dial, and the first time that the 5522 reference has been used. This is the Rolex GMT-Master II from 1994. This example is in yellow gold with a chocolate dial and chocolate bezel. A lot of people refer to this as a root beer, but to me, I don't really care what they call it. I just think it's completely a gorgeous watch. This example is on Jubilee bracelets. The dial itself has got a very bronzy colour, which complements the chocolate bezel brilliantly. I've seen a few of these in the past, and they are all really unique in the way that they patina, the way that they age. And something about this specific example has just aged perfectly and all blends together with the yellow tone of the gold, the chocolate bezel and the bronze of the dial. I think this watch perfectly captures the essence of the late 80s and early 90s. It's obviously quite a hefty piece, all in yellow gold, but it's not quite as showy as you might find a Rolex Submariner Bluesy. The chocolate brown bezel really does tone it down and make it quite a tasteful looking watch. It's a really wonderful, special piece. Next up, we have the Patek Philippe 3558J. This example is in yellow gold and features a few characteristics that I think you'll find interesting. I certainly do. The case is 34mm in diameter, but it wears more like a 36. The lugs are fairly long, as is typical for Calatravas. This example has a gold face with black indices, makes it quite contemporary looking. This example as well also has a double sign with the retailer Bayer in the small seconds at 6 o'clock. As long as Patek Philippe have been partnering with retailers, they've been known to, in small quantities, double sign their dials. The most famous examples are with Tiffany & Co. One of the interesting things about this watch is that it's an automatic Calatrava. Not many Calatravas are, certainly not back in the 60s. The first being the 2526 with an enamel dial, and this came shortly after in the 60s. When you take the case back off of this thing, it's really pleasing to see how well finished the movement is. It has a closed case back, which is almost a shame, but I guess back in periods, sapphire case backs really weren't such a thing. But mark my words that if you were to remove this case back, you'd be pleased to see what's greeting you behind it. More typically, the 3558 is found in white gold with a silvery looking dial. This gold on gold is a much rarer example, and I've never come across one that's double signed before.